Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Lynn. Fires to the end zone, and that ball is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Defense has them pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's going to pass on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Try to get it to the edge. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. It's Lynn. Completes it in the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quarterback keeper. It's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Getting some heat. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. 7, Miami 0. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Comes out throwing on first down. The short hands, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking downfield, it's Lynn. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. A designed run for the quarterback. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Carr. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Lynn. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. And we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Lynn. Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He's up to 51 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Miami! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field. It's Lynn. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Sooners ready to go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, wants to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
It is hard to continue to get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. To the air. It's Lynn. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Hurricanes are flying down the field. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little sliver. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, But how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Hawkins. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return, it's Carr. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This should be the last play of the quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Lynn. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got it set up on the outside. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback bonus strike.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The sure hands, it's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Drag down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Coming after it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
On the ground, it's Ocha. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. And on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They give it to him again. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown Sooners. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Lynn. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Finds his big tight end. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the 1st down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
He looks that one in nicely.
I love love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to...
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll try to get outside. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the outside to the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on the heels.
On the run, it's Achuk. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy 1st down.
Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make the play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
They'll go to the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Give to the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's got it again. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll start this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in on the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take another shot here. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has